Howdy. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone at this 8 past the hour of 1? Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Solomon Savage, your sci-fi western VTuber, streaming to you live from the city of adversity. Today, well, this morning, at least for me, whatever time of day it is for you, I hope it is a good one. On a side note, we're going to be playing some of Honkai Star Rail's most latest patches. So, when last we left off, we were in the finishing up the last of the Penacony storyline with Sunday, who had made a prison break and was wandering around Penacony finishing up some unfinished business with a Pepeshi companion of some sort with an unusual name. The name of which actually escapes from me for right now. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish stirring up my tea here. The steeping's over. Alright. And now, into the garbage with the tea bag. Stir in this honey. Let's give her a sip, shall we? Adjust my mic here a little bit. Much better. Nothing like a hot cup of tea on a cold morning. Speaking of which, how are you holding up against the cold? I hope you're nice and warm in whatever domicile or workplace or space in between that you are standing in. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. As much as I love pianos and strings, I'm sure you're tired of this little ditty right now. You've probably been listening to it for the last 15 minutes. Alright. What am I listening to? Something seems to be going bonkers. Oh, is it the trotter? Alright. So, let's see what we've got on the agenda for today. Since I just logged into the game, I'm going to go ahead and get my dispatch assignments done. Thank you. We'll take that. Let's go ahead and get in our 120 Trailblazer power here. Building up a nice cache here for if or when I need to upgrade somebody. Been pulling for Herta. No luck. I've also got 2 other people on this current banner that I'm pulling for, but I'm concentrating on them one at a time. Herd is my main priority, followed by... Let's just actually take a look here. Yeah, we're going to go for Langshaw and then for Jade. In that order. I've already got Fei Xiao here. Sorry. I play a lot of gacha games. The names just kind of run together after a while. I'm old. And I've never had an easy time remembering names in the first place anyway. Let's have another sip. Let's see. I also need to check and see if I've got any more pools. Alright, you got the travel logs for the Trailblaze mission. Apocalyptic Shadow. Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting some free Stellas here. Alright.
Not bad. But the real me is better.
Yeah, she probably is. I've already played through the character demo of her, and I'm fairly impressed. Her and Jade will make great additions to my multi-hit team. Multi-targeting team, I should say. Ling Sha will also fill in that role pretty well. Sweetheart, you are in a dangerous position. Get out of my lap. Out of my lap. You cannot be here with a hot cup of tea. Go. I love Selena to death. She is our mojito cat. She is just chill and, for the most part anyway, she, however, likes to jump into your lap like Kramer enters a room. Jerry. Goodness. She brings a whole bunch of lint with her too. Love her, but she is dusty. Alright, let's go ahead and do some spending Trailblazer points. Let's see now. I am currently building up some of these Buds of Erudition for her to try to play ahead of the game here. Let's go ahead and actually get into my imaginary team. Oh. It's not linked imaginary anymore. It's just current. Placeholder here. Oh. There we go. All right. This is good enough for this particular engagement. Let's go. All right. All right.
Like fireflies. I'm so burst to ashes.
That's half the work.
This is more than
I weep for the departed. It is fall. Again, tedious. Another journey begins. Destiny for bliss. Still water.
Be your devil.
I weep for the departed.
All right, we'll do that one more time.
Set in position.
like fireflies. Burst to ashes.
I weep for the departed. It is our fault.
Poor GUN is not getting a turn at all.
Still water.
I will claim victory. Firefly set. I'm scared.
Free will, or was it?
Alright, that's 120. We'll save the rest for later. For when reset happens. Alright. Just out of curiosity, how many do we have now? We got a fair, decent amount so far built up. We'll be picking up some more once the day rolls over. But that has pretty much served its purpose here. Alright, and how are we doing here? Claim. Good. Alright. I can still do some Echoes of War, Cavern of Corrosion, standard Calyx stuff, which I've been doing. It's just the start of the week. I've already done my Divergent Universe for this week as well. Gotten all my points, taking advantage of the double limit. But let's go ahead and get on with the story. Now, we need to go to the Golden Hour to pick up where it is that we left off. So I'll just go ahead and pop in over here, and we'll get going and get started.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a
No, thank you. Alright, and left. Alright, here we go.
Shall we keep going then?
Yeah, where are we going? And what are we doing there again?
Did you forget already? Miss Ting Yun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
That's helpful.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
I already picked up a few gifts earlier, so that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time, so we better not drag our feet.
Alright. In that case, up the stairs we go. Yeehaw.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead, browse all you like.
First we have Lady Fuxuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
Fuxuan. Lucky Eye Mask. Unicycler? I don't see her using a unicycler, honestly. Brother Hanu launcher is certainly interesting. Let's go with the Eye Mask.
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that. Next is General Jing Yuan.
A division of elite fighters?
Seriously?
Now that the Alliance has all of you there to help them, sending any elite fighters more would just be overkill. Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement.
And she's young at heart, so, She loves food, but I don't want to give her Soul Glad syrup. That'd probably be bad for her. Hamster Ball Night hair clip? Halovian Wings accessory. You know what? Every young woman I have ever met has wanted to have a pair of wings, so let's go with that.
Both wings and horns? That's a little much, don't you think?
Absolutely not. Aw, come on. You go to poo-poo on that.
You carry yourself
Bad
with
call,
such
March.
dignity and grace, but you still have the heart of a child. Lady Bailu loves these types of accessories. Let's go with your suggestion. That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere. But Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself? That's definitely an idea I can get behind.
Wow, we're going to the doctor's place, are we?
But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
All right.
This is a good spot.
Miss Ting Yoon, what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall?
She was a bit calculating.
That part is true. I I'm always calculating when it comes to business, but never with people. So, what did she seem like to you?
Yeah, that number one seems right.
I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
March said you were bossy.
Hey, no tattling.
Ha ha! You're in trouble.
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
I don't think that's really important. You've been through a lot.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Indeed. Never compare yourself to other people.
Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case,
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself.
Yeah, that can
I
fuck with you a little
regret
bit.
missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well.
That's both
But
healthy
after
and helpful.
thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you. That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you.
You know what? Let's just say you're welcome.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Tingyun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm him.
We'll see. I just hope the Tingyun in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore. Alright, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Alright. Parishional return. Alright, where to next? Ah, Dr. Edwards.
Welcome to the Dreamscape Sales Store. Dr. Edward Anderson.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
And just a friendly reminder, D2 Kitty will help you find the best school. dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfectly. The story unfolds in the Xianzhou Alliance, and the young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, his junior foxy sword just turned 100, puts him in a tough spot.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
That was
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something
That was the battle
unrelated to the
tournament.
Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
I love customers like you. So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors. After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared. Thank you for your business.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
looks that way. Okay.
Can't believe it's time for Miss Ting Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
All right. I'm going to have to take this on pause because unfortunately Himiko's lines are unspoken, so I'll be filling in for her. You're back.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Yes, we've been chatting for a while. Turns out she's an old acquaintance of yours.
Long time
Hello,
no
Yukon.
see, everyone.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary. Ting Yun, I'm here to take you home.
Yeah, poor Yukong. She's lost so many friends in the war against the abominations of Yosha. You two must have a lot to catch up on after being apart for so long. We'll give you some space. Yeah, it's not often that you get somebody back from the dead. You should cherish it.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Lawfu?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron May, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me? It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Lawfu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
When Ron May visited the Lawfu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
I wonder who that could be.
Is that...
Oh. One of her clones.
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories. And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse. Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme. He might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But
That's true.
Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox. Not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
All right, switching to Sunday. Meanwhile, at Dream's Edge.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables. So it shouldn't matter if we add another.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
No, definitely
I'm
not.
trying to change too.
That's nice.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
Where are you going?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
All right, speak, Marie. Oh, it looks like I have a puzzle left over here that's unsolved.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
It's nice to meet you, miss. May I know your name?
My name is 1 Week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You all are the reason the Dreamscape has been able to recover from this crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here.
Ah, yes, perpetual meteor shower. Still lovely.
I know these stars only exist in the dream, but
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago.
That's right, we're looking at ghosts, ladies and gentlemen, whenever we look up in the night. Heck, even the sun isn't where we see it. It was in that position about 8.5 minutes prior, but it's no longer there, it's moved. Or should I say we've moved. Or rotated. Everything's in constant motion in the universe. And it always takes time between when the light of it reaches you and when it started.
So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
you're very philosophical, Miss 1 Week. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice. You can see all of Penacony from here. Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy.
What makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
You're too kind. I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to witness many pasts and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to leave?
Yes. He left in such a hurry that I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin.
But he's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people, but because of it, people have this misconception. They think that when he falls, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not. Because before he stands up again, he will hesitate and agonize for ages over whether that is the right course of action.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
Introspection.
You may be right. But I still hope that he'll never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be. He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed. But I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line. But now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path. Even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar into the sky together. Because I know we'll reunite one day. Up there in the clouds.
I hope so.
Miss 1 week. May I ask a favor? There's a jigsaw here I'd like to finish before I leave.
Oh.
If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
I can see where this is going.
The dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of it as us taking a walk together.
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Thank you anyway. I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky. As for the other piece, I hope it will symbolize wings.
Alright, there's one.
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Is this...
Scrawled note was left here. May your sky be forever radiant.
It seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape.
You know what? Let's go ahead and change up the party a little bit. I already got Robin in here. Okay. I know having two buffers.
How long
in
has
the
it been
room-
since we performed together? I missed this.
All right, here we go.
The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken wings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's use this one.
And just as before, a note was placed next to the puzzle piece, like someone got there a step earlier. May your stage be forever lustrous. One more thing. Staying fit is important, but don't forget to eat well too.
We have enough.
Yes.
Let's go back.
Alright. I'll grab this while I got it. Alright, let's go ahead and put in the side pieces here. I'm betting this will go somewhere here like this. And then we have this one here. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, wait. This one will probably go here. This one definitely goes here. Alright, that's better. Bingo.
It's done. Have a look.
As if she couldn't see perfectly well from over there. This painting feels like a blessing. It also seemed to mirror someone's resolve. Even when the broken wings no longer belong to the sky, the direction which they fall will still be toward the stars.
Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end. Maybe I'm stronger than you think.
Well, you already proved that.
You must try to relax on your long journey. Brother.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. Why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those two notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't? I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one last stop. But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the skies still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action?
What's the good of exploring new horizons if you can't take in the view?
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
Because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one of us. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me. This is my way of the trailblaze and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past, the same way you're doing right here, right now. There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
Feathers eternal, sky complete. Alright. So I'm going to need to rotate my party around a little bit. Let's see now. Fire, thunder, and imaginary. Let's go ahead and challenge this. Alright. Sunday is going to be in here. I've already built him up quite a bit. So that means I'm going to need to replace... Let's see now. Let's see. As reluctant as I am to remove Fei Xiao, I know that she's not going to be much of a help in that fight. I'll throw Tingyun in there just for shits and giggles. She's a fun one to play with. And for Thunder, who else? Acheron. Alright. Alright. Probably not the best party. I'd like to have someone to do some damage. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess I'll go with... Good gravy. She's right here in front of me. I'm just not seeing her. There she is. Hello, Firefly. Alright.
What will they experience on the journey to the other side?
Yep, this'll do.
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry, I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here, and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. In order to flap my own wings and soar again. I will say goodbye. Here. To the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony, it's been missing since the moment we reunited.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family. Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and, for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
Is that also how Mr. One Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun also divided my fragile self into two.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we begin? begin? Anticipating this possibility, you've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything.
You never could control everything to begin with, sir. The Order is an illusion.
Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler? Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
I'm not entirely sure that she is disappointed in you, sir.
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human and die as one.
Oh yeah, speaking of my little dream eater right here. How many of you caught the Return of Nimmy Nightmare? Man, that is fantastic.
And with my
I wish you a lot of
breath,
luck.
I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. planet of festivities. Whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter. It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say. But, as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time. Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad. Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
One must first step back onto the stage!
All right.
as expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
All right.
Stay put.
Yeah. Let's go stay in on the left, and then we'll come back to the right.
Trinity is before you.
Oh, what?
To the
Oh.
stars.
Hold on. That was not supposed to happen.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
My fireflies to a flame.
Yeah, that'll do.
I can't think enough.
All right.
Now, farewell.
Really? Okay. Give me a moment. Let me check something out. Yeah, that's what I forgot. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you. Give me a second. Let me go ahead. Alright. Yeah, crit damage and all that. Let's see if I can't pick out a few better. Oh, that one's much better. Why do I have that other one equipped? Okay. I'm gonna auto build here. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. You know what? I'll take it. That's nice. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to. This one is the one I should equip. Alright, thank you. Alright. Do. If I rolled on any better ones here, does not appear to be so. Crit rate, crit damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for this one. Switch. Enhance. Hold on. Let's just salvage. Quick select, please. 5-star or lower. Confirm. And XP only. Alright. That'll do. Alright. Yeah, that was alright. Now for the body. Crit rate, crit damage. Yeah, let's go with this one. Shit. Enhance. You know, that's alright. I could have gone with more effect resist instead of effect hit rate. Let's go ahead and re-roll this one and see what happens. I hope I don't get a lot of defense. Ugh. It's even worse. Yeah. One more time. That's... Yeah, that's a better ratio anyway. Alright. Alright. Alright, for feet wear... Okay, this one's got crit rate, HP, and break effect. This one's got effect resist on it. HP and attack. Rather had one that had speed on it. You know what? Let's go ahead and roll one up temporarily. Yeah, I thought there was something wrong with Sunday that he kept dying. Yeah, his HP simply was not there. Let's see now. Oh, I can't. I can't set the size here. Alright, we'll just go with what we got. Alright. What's your traces at? Yeah, that's okay. Let's skip the feet for now. Let's go ahead and get with the rope. What are my recommendations again? Energy regeneration rate, crit damage, speed, effect resistance. Crit damage, speed. Speed. Crit damage, speed, crit rate. This one. Let's start with this one and enhance. Two for effect resistance, 2 for defense, and 1 on attack. Yeah, I don't have enough variable dice to mess around with my stats much more. I'll probably re-roll at some point. Next. Fire damage. Lol. HP percentage. Defense percentage.
Yeah, he's not really going to be a damage booster. So... Yeah, I guess this one will be good enough. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get it all the way up either. Still better than nothing, I guess. Eh. Alright. Let's go ahead. Alright. Let's go ahead and beef ourselves up as well. Alright. Yeah, let's go with the longevity and cruelty. Confirm. Don't need to reuse that. It lasts for 3 battles. What do you think? That's for defense. What for the offense? Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. Let's do this again. Skipping.
As expected. Trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
Right. Get you guys topped up.
Of no consequence.
I just buzzed her last turn.
Maybe it's before.
Alright.
To the stars.
Alright.
My weeks of the heart.
Alright. Alright. Restore.
It's just a scream. Free will, or was it fate? Just
Heard the call.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She auto-dispels. Cool.
another journey begins. Still water.
Alright.
I'll overcome the thorns. Now farewell. This mortal form. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Alright. She is now the beautified. So let's just go back here.
I weep for the departed.
Seek and you shall receive. Trinity is before.
All right, phase 2. Ah, again?
Inevitable for me.
I just have to go getting around it. All right.
In position.
Really?
Stay put.
All right. This is not looking good for me, folks. Wakey, wakey.
Like fireflies. This is more than battle.
All right, this is far from fair. All right. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. Give me a second here. I need to revise my party. Clearly. Or at least reassign my buffs. Let's see. Alright. Yeah. As much as I would love to have Sunday in, I'm just missing out on too much damage. I'm going to need somebody else, unfortunately. Yeah, I need a lot more break. Alright, so Dan's in. Okay, still got longevity going. And... yeah. Alright.
As expected. Treacherous thing was tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
I will keep fighting.
Alright.
I weep for the departed.
That's nice. Alright, let's go ahead. Be working on you.
Is it inevitable for me?
Free will, or was it fate? Still water.
Alright. Break it.
Awaken through scales. In position.
Ah, crap. They're all awake. Alright.
I weep for the departed.
Stay put!
Alright, that does it. I just need a little bit more break. Alright, choir boy. Make nice with yourself. Why, hello, dear.
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
Now, little Miss Mary, if you'll excuse me, I love you. Time to get down. Come on. Okay.
Well,
All right.
how should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. 1 Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Mary, come on, baby. I love
Don't
you.
worry. The Oak family
Scooch.
was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron
Scooch.
and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival. And you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopher Wood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved. Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, if Sheepei turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
That much is true.
Thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
Interesting. Way to put it.
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need more than asceticism is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
All right. And sometime later.
So this is why I brought him here.
All right.
Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
But if you didn't support this idea, you wouldn't have brought him back. Well, I trust your judgment. If something is willing to join us on our journey, the Express will be open to them. But this time is a bit different. Before making any decisions, Solomon, I want to hear what you think. I want to hear everyone's opinion. But in this battle, you were the one directly confronting him. Your opinion holds the most weight.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
You disappointed many people, and you always want to be in control. But you are a noble person. You're a perfectionist, always trying to control everything, even when it comes to yourself. Although we're going to be traveling further into the unknown once we leave Penacony, I guess a change of pace could do everyone some good. You have an unrealistic ideal. Ideals are good to have, but nothing good comes from getting carried away in fantasies. I can never agree with how you dragged everyone into that world of yours just to fulfill an illusionary dream. But we can be friends. Nothing is for certain. Anyway, an enemy yesterday can be a friend today. I have my eye on you all times. I won't accept this no matter what is said. Screw it. Welcome aboard the Astral Express. I second that.
Well, you did get nerfed after turning into a good guy, so I guess I'm okay too.
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell. Until then, rest assured that I will do my best to fulfill my duty as your companion.
Looks like we've come to a decision. Remember to keep the conductor in the loop, too.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump.
Yeah, but let me try contacting Madame Herta again before we set off. She helped us look into Amphorius even though nothing new came up. I should at least let her know that we're leaving.
Try?
I tried contacting the space station several times, but I never got any response. Maybe there's a problem with the interastral network? It shouldn't be anything to worry about. What could happen on the Genius's home turf? Even the Adamant Legion wouldn't stand a chance. For all we know, Madame Herta could be making a move again.
No, we're still not quite there. Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So, you must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves. So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So, all-seeing presence, I ask you this. What is divinity?
Alright, a new venture on the 8th dawn. Visitor verification. Fugue has become a visitor of the Astral Express. You may come across Fugue when you return to the Astral Express.
Heroic Saga of Flame Chase. Alright. POV switched. Here's our boy. Alright. Before we continue on, I need a swift check of the bathroom. Just give me a moment. I'll be right back.
Nice. 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 Nice.
Actually, on second thought, something just came up, so I'm going to have to cut it off here. As it turns out, this is a good spot for us to stop at anyway. So, I want to wish you all a very nice evening, morning, or whatever time it is that you're having right now. And until next time, adios.